Hi, everybody. Dennis Prager with Fireside Chat number 7,862.
344.
344. Well, I knew it was one of them. Hi, everybody. Good to be with you. I want to remind you that the Fireside Chat is made possible thanks to the people who join Prager United. Everything we do at PragerU is free, and joining Prager United makes the Fireside Chat possible. Plus, you get an enormous number of benefits. Well, I wouldn't say enormous. A large number of benefits. I'm really monitoring. I took an oath when I began radio 40 years ago that I wouldn't exaggerate, because over the course of time, people get inured to you if you exaggerate. It's really worthy of its own topic. How to maintain credibility in people's eyes. I'm not talking just about public figures. In general, it's a really important subject. Anyway, this is a dark moment in American history. I very rarely talk about political events as my monologue, if you will, my opening comments at the Fireside Chat. But this transcends just the political. It has never happened in American history that a presidential candidate was put on trial, that a former president was put on trial. It has never happened. So you really have two choices. You could say, well, the individual is so evil that in order to maintain standards of justice and decency in America, we have to break that 250? How many years is it since 1776? 25, 250. 250 years about. We have to end that great tradition in America that you don't prosecute your political enemies unless something egregious happens. By the way, for the record, and there is a record, both in my writing and in my broadcasting, when Bill Clinton was brought up for impeachment charges for not for having a sexual relationship while in office. That was not the issue. The issue was that he lied under oath. And for a president to lie under oath, the chief officer of the country to lie under oath, there were very honorable people who thought he should be impeached. By the way, not even he was brought up for charges. Nobody, his greatest enemies didn't think that that was appropriate in America. But I wasn't even on the impeach him bandwagon. I thought he should leave office on his own. That was my argument. So, because I knew even then, you can't persecute or prosecute a president in America or a presidential candidate unless the charges are so egregious that we have no choice, like giving secrets to sworn enemies of the country or committing murder. But otherwise, it's really dangerous to the survival of a free society. Given the triviality of the charges in Manhattan, I mean, they were really just misdemeanors. But because the statute of limitations on the misdemeanors were already in effect, the DA who hates Donald Trump and basically ran for DA on the promise of prosecuting him changed it to a felony. The chance of a Republican winning in a courtroom in New York City or Washington, D.C. are literally, and I use the word literally, they are literally as great as the chances of a white being convicted for hurting a black in Jim Crow South. A white jury would always exonerate, or virtually always, a white who was accused of having actually done a crime against a black person. It's a very dark time. At this time, I remind you, as I do each week, to please watch the rest of the Fireside Chat at PragerU.com. The reason we do this, unfortunately, and it is unfortunately, is we don't trust big tech to keep us on. Their record with regard to free speech is awful, and they're run by people who don't believe that opposing opinions should be free to be expressed. So we want you to please watch PragerU content at PragerU.com. Get the PragerU app. That makes it even easier. But in the meantime, start each Fireside Chat at PragerU.com and go to PragerU.com right now for the rest of this Fireside Chat. Thank you.